Hello. Can someone just confirm they can hear me if you've got access to the chat box? Just going to give it a few minutes just to let everybody log on, and then we'll get started. Hello. Hi, Colin. Hi, Colin and Bernie. Hope you're okay. Glad you can hear me all right. Thank you for that. Hopefully my internet's not going to drop out too much tonight. Excuse me. So who else have we got? Okay. Oh, okay. Getting a bit of an influx of people coming in. Hi, Ellen. Are you all right? Oh, massive influx of people coming in. Brilliant. Thought I was going to be sitting here talking to myself. Excellent. Hi, Colin. Loud and clear. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Are your mum and dad here yet, Ellen? Hi, Richard. Oh, I'm glad you could join. Just the numbers are just, I could see the numbers jumping up at the moment. So I'm going to give it another couple of minutes just to let anybody else that wants to join come in. Good evening. Hello. Hi, Mike. Everyone's coming in now. I think it's probably because everyone's been enjoying the weather. So it's not going to be as long tonight, but I'll explain that when we get there. So hopefully you'll still have a nice warm evening that you can go and enjoy outside. Hottest day of the year so far, apparently, today. I was inside for all of it. Okay, getting more people coming in. Hello, Team Palmer. You're cooking dinner. Nice. What are you having? Hi, all the Newmans. Hope you're all okay. I miss your legendary barbecues. Man, they're good. Oh, spaghetti meatballs. Oh, lovely. Loads of cheese. Hello, Team Finch. Hello. Hello, Anjay, Archie, Max. Hope you're all right. You just had a barbecue. It's like I knew. Hi, Team Axelson. Hello. I'm so pleased you can make it. How are you all? Just going to Hello, Jem. I don't know how to pronounce your surname. Is it Lau or Luff? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. But thank you very, very much for joining in. I'm really pleased you're here and you come back for some more, which is brilliant. Excellent. Okay. We've got quite a few people in. It's Luff. Excellent. Just got confirmation from Sally to ask how to pronounce it. So I'm assuming that the Macy's are also in as well. So with that in mind, I think we've pretty much got everyone that we normally have. So welcome. Thank you for joining me again, for coming back for another one of these quizzes. They've been great fun so far, and I'm sorry I've taken you away from a lovely balmy evening that we're having. So I've already had confirmation that people can hear me, which is brilliant. So what I've done it slightly differently. I've actually removed one of the rounds. So tonight we're going to have 6 rounds, but on your feedback, I gather that the Family Fortunes round is really popular. So I've just extended that slightly. So rather than 5 questions that you'd normally have for the Family Fortunes round, I've done 10. So something for you all to have a bit of a chat about as well, a bit of a debate. So there'll be just 6 rounds tonight. So there's 10 questions in each round. Apart from actually, there's 10 questions in the music round, but it's split into 2 categories. So the first 10 questions will be music general knowledge, and then the bonus round I'll explain when we get there. It's nice and simple though, so it's nothing too taxing, but you will either know it or you won't. So I'll explain that again when I get there. So in total, unless I decide to change and any answers come in, sometimes we generally we might add an extra point for something or other for the quizzes we go through. But at the moment, there are a total of 130 points available. Most of those are made up within the Family Fortunes round and the bonus part of the music quiz. So you don't need to write these down. I'll explain them again when we get to them. But the round tonight will be general knowledge. This round 2 will be the kids round. Like I said, I think I had some feedback last week as well. Hi Claire. Oh please, I'm pleased you've got on. So round 2 will be the kids round. So if you have got any little ones you need to put to bed, then hopefully that's a little bit early. If you had some feedback last week that the kids round was a little bit late, so all I've done is just change the order. And then round number 3 this week will be famous TV catchphrases. So I'm going to give you questions around catchphrases, and you either need to tell me which character said it, what show it's from, what sitcom it's from, or something like that. So there's a bit of variety across the decades of television for TV catchphrases. Then the music is split into 2 rounds, 10 questions, and then there's another 5 questions, which I'll explain again when I get there. Round number 5 is food and drink, and then round number 6 even is Family Fortunes, and I've extended that ever so slightly and removed around 7. Okay, well, it's nearly 7:10, so I really think we should get started. So round number 1 then is general knowledge, and question number 1 of 10 is how many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45? How many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45? And I will say, if you could make if you don't know the answer, make a little note of it on next to the question number on your paper, and then you can go back to it at the end. So that was question number 1. Just got to help someone with some logging in issues. Linda and B, hi, you're both in. Fantastic. I'm pleased you guys are joining in as well. So that was question number 1. Question number 2, Joe Biden served as Vice President of the United States under which president? Joe Biden served as Vice President of the United States under which president? Question number 3. Chalk is the common name for which chemical compound? Chalk is the common name for which chemical compound? And that's question number 3. Just checking to see where the door is. Question number 4. If you're wiring a plug in Britain, what colour is the live wire? When you're wiring a plug in Britain, what colour is the live wire? Question number 5. What is the first name of the presenter of Beadle's About, an ITV practical jokes programme which ran from 1986 to 1996? Question 5. What is the first name of the presenter of Beadle's About, an ITV practical jokes programme which ran from 1986 to 1996? Theme tune in my head now. Question number 6. Which country had the escudo as its currency before the euro? Which country had the escudo as its currency before the euro? Question number 7. Which year was the original Toy Story film released? Question 7. In which year was the original Toy Story film released? Question number 8. I'm going to read you some names out. So, what do George Stephenson, Winston Churchill, Elizabeth Fry, and the Duke of Wellington all have in common? So, what do George Stephenson, Winston Churchill, Elizabeth Fry, and the Duke of Wellington all have in common? And that was question number 8. So it's George Stephenson, Winston Churchill, Elizabeth Fry, and the Duke of Wellington. What do they all have in common? Bit of a thinker, innit? Question number 9 is true or false. So you've got a 50% chance of getting it right. Unless you know the answer, then it's 100%. True or false? Kangaroos can only jump forwards. True or false? Kangaroos can only jump forwards. And the last question of this round, question number 10, which British TV presenter was known or is known for his cheap as chips catchphrase? Which British TV presenter is known for his cheap as chips catchphrase? Probably should have put that question in the catchphrases round. It's too late now. I've read it. Okay. Does anybody need me to repeat anything? Everybody's very quiet on the chat this evening. Are you all right? So, question number 1. How many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45? How many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45? And that was question 1. So, spaghetti and meatballs are far more important than the quiz. Oh, man. Lovely. Question number 10. Which British TV presenter was known for his cheap as chips catchphrase? Which British TV presenter was known for his cheap as chips catchphrase for question number 10? I have a big giant glass of water here. Please don't think I'm drinking out of a vase, because it does look a bit vase-like. It's actually a carafe that I'm just drinking straight out of, because I do not have a receptacle big enough for all the water that I need. Okay, so I'm going to go through some answers then, because I think we've done, let's see any more notifications anywhere. I think I've done any repeats that people need. Question 8. What did George Stephenson, Winston Churchill, Elizabeth Fry, and the Duke of Wellington have in common? If you make a little note next to the question number, it might help remind you at the end. So what do they all have in common? Okay, so question number 1 then. How many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45? It's 90 minutes. Question number 2. Joe Biden served as Vice President of the United States under which president? It's Barack Obama. Question number 3. Chalk is the common name for which chemical compound? It is calcium carbonate. Question number 4. When wiring a plug in Britain, what colour is the live wire? It's brown. Question number 5. The first name of the presenter of Beatles About, which ran from 86 to 96, was Jeremy Beadle. Question number 6. Which country had the escudo as its currency before the euro? It's Portugal. Question number 7. Which year was the original Toy Story film released? It was 1997. Question number 8. What did George Stephenson, Winston Churchill, Elizabeth Fry, and the Duke of Wellington all have in common? They have all appeared on a £5 note. Question number 9. True or false? Kangaroos can only jump forwards. It's false. And question number 10. Which British TV presenter was known for his cheap as chips catchphrase? It's David Dickinson. I met him once. It was not a pleasant experience. So, I thought Toy Story was earlier than that as well, to be honest with you. I'd have probably gone for 95. Excellent. 6 out of 10. Or did you need me to repeat the answer for question 6? 9. Nice. 8. Brilliant. 6 out of 10. Excellent. Another 6 out of 10. Brilliant, Team Matheson. Just get a couple more scores coming in on here. All right. Okay. Okay. Phew, that's that round over. 9. Fantastic. 9's a score to beat, guys. 9's brilliant. Which one did you get wrong? I think I'd have got the Toy Story year wrong. Okay. Kids round then. So there's 10 questions in this kids round. I've tried to make it as mixed as possible to hopefully appeal to all ages. And if there's any kids that tell me that I've got any of these wrong, then I apologise and I will rectify it immediately. So round 2 then is the kids round, or the kangaroo one. So round 2 then is the kids round. So question number 1, and there are 10 questions. Good luck, kids. You're going to have to help your parents with this one. And if you haven't got kids with you, or you haven't got young kids with you, then give them a go, give them a guess. And I wish you the very best of luck with them. So question number 1, in the game Fortnite, I know for a fact my nephew's ears are probably just pricked up at that. In Fortnite, how many healing health points will a player get for picking up a bandage? In the game Fortnite, how many healing health points will a player get for picking up a bandage? I hope I've said that right. Healing health points is a bit of a mouthful. Question number 2. What type of animal is an ibis? It's spelt IBIS. What type of animal is an ibis? I'm sure I'll soon be told if I've got the answer to the Fortnite one wrong. Just trying to be cool. Okay, so number 2 is what type of animal is an ibis? Take a guess if you don't know. Question number 3. In Harry Potter, which term refers to wizards and witches who have both magic and muggle ancestors? In Harry Potter, which term refers to witches and wizards who have both magic and muggle ancestors? I've just finished watching all of the Harry Potters from start to finish in a huge marathon I had of them over the weekend. I was not prepared for the loss of Dobby. So in Harry Potter, which term refers to wizards and witches who have both magic and muggle ancestors? My Alexa's just talking to me for no reason. That's really creepy. Okay, so question number 4. What is the underwater city where SpongeBob SquarePants lives? What is the name of the underwater city where SpongeBob SquarePants lives? Question number 5. In what town does Fireman Sam live and work? In what town does Fireman Sam live and work? Question number 6. What is the name of Dennis the Menace's dog? What is the name of Dennis the Menace's dog? It'll be our Dennis the Menace. I'm not sure the one in the USA has got a dog, has he? I'm not sure. He would be Dennis the Menace from the Beano. Question number 7. At a hospital, what does A&E stand for? At a hospital, what does A and E stand for? Question number 8. Which US company is known for the iPhone and watch? Which US company is known for the iPhone and watch? Question number 9. How many zeros are there in 1,000? How many zeros are there in 1,000? And question 10, and the final question in that round. What is the 10th letter of the alphabet? What is the 10th letter of the alphabet? Okay, does anybody need any questions repeating on that at all? All right, hopefully everybody got a note of all of those. All right. Anyone need anything repeating before I go through the answers? We still counted up 10 letters in the alphabet. going to sack the kid in the team. I'm sure if you, I could probably supply a YouTube link to watching the kangaroo jumping backwards. Something I've never seen. Well, I've never seen a kangaroo, but like when you see documentaries and programs that have kangaroos in them, never seen them jump backwards. Apparently they can. Okay, I'm going to go through some of the answers then. So, number 1, in the game Fortnite, how many healing health points will a player get for picking up a bandage? It is 15 HP source. Question number 2, what type of animal is an ibis? It's a bird. Question number 3, in Harry Potter, which term refers to wizards and witches who have both magic and muggle ancestors? It is half-blood. Question number 4, what is the underwater city where SpongeBob SquarePants lives? It's Bikini Bottom. Question number 5, in what town does Fireman Sam live and work? It's Pontypandy. Question number 6, the name of Dennis the Menace's dog. Dennis the Menace from the Beano comics, not a catalogue, is Nasha. Question number 7, at a hospital, what does A&E stand for? It stands for accident and emergency. Question number 8, which US company is known for the iPhone and watch? It's Apple. Question number 9, how many zeros are there in 1,000? There are 3. And question 10, the 10th letter of the alphabet is J. All right. Did you get all 10? I must admit, if I was on my own, I wouldn't have known. I had a clue about Fortnite, but just trying to be down with the kids probably hasn't worked. And possibly the town Fireman Sam lives in, wouldn't have known that either. So, add those up then. 9 out of 10. Oh, with the Fortnite one you got wrong. 7 out of 10. Colin, well done. Excellent. Are you doing the quiz with the Macy's tonight? 5 out of 10. 6. Very nice. Team Padwick. It's not woeful. It's 50% correct. It's better than 100% wrong. Brilliant. 8. Excellent. Was the Fortnite one all right? Is that a cool question to have in there? Because I tried to be cool. 9 out of 10, Ellen, is very good. Which one did you get wrong? Ellen and Steve, just out of interest. Nice. 8. Very good. Mike, I think you might have kids young enough to play Fortnite. So hopefully that was a cool question as well. Oh, you put 20 for the Fortnite question. I wouldn't have a clue. I might put an Animal Crossing question in there next week, just for us. 8 out of 10. Very nice. Brilliant. Okay, there's some really good scores in that one, and I know that a lot of points I normally picked up from the kids round. So I know most of you look forward to that bit every week. Okay, so round number 3 then. Let's move on. Make a note of the ones you got right, because we'll add up all the scores at the end of it and then find out your total score out of 130 at the end. So round 3 then is famous TV catchphrases. So I'm just going to read you some questions. So I might ask you some questions around the answer may be the show or the person or the wherever it came from. Excellent. Glad the Fortnite question went down well. I might try and get another one for next week. So there are 10 of these, 10 straight points, 1 point for each correct answer, and good luck. So round 3 then. Question number 1. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy is the catchphrase that is said when which famous puppet does magic tricks? Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy is the catchphrase that is said when which famous puppet does his magic tricks? If you don't know, put a guess down. Think of perhaps a famous TV puppet, if you don't know. Question number 2. Suit you, sir, is a catchphrase from which comedy programme? Suit you, sir, is a catchphrase from which TV comedy programme? Question number 3. What was the catchphrase of Larry Grayson that was also used as the name of a television show he hosted? What was the catchphrase of Larry Grayson that was also used as the name of a television show that he hosted? Question number 4. I don't believe it was a phrase uttered in every episode of which British comedy? Number 4. I don't believe it was a phrase uttered in every episode of which British comedy? Question number 5. I've started, so I'll finish is the famous catchphrase from which TV quiz show? Number 5. I've started, so I'll finish is the famous catchphrase from which TV quiz show? Question number 6. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be is a catchphrase from which TV talent show? Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be is a catchphrase from which TV talent show? As I've written it, catchphrase. Catchphrase. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be is a catchphrase from which TV talent show? And that was number 6. Number 7. Computer Says No is from which British sketch show? Computer Says No is from which British sketch show? Question number 8. What's your name and where do you come from? Was said on which show? What's your name and where do you come from? Was said on which show? My brain most days, so So number 8, what's your name and where do you come from, was said on which show? Question number 9. Listen, I will say this only once, is from which TV comedy? Listen, I will say this only once, is from which TV comedy? I went to go for the impression of it and then I backed out at the last minute. So I just tried to read it as I've written it. No one wants to hear an impression. We did an impression of that. And then the last one, let me know how you found this round, by the way. The last one, question 10. Come on down is from which game show? The catchphrase come on down is from which game show? Okay. Does anyone need me to repeat any of those? I'll give you all a minute just to let me know if you need anything repeating. All very quiet on the chat box this evening. No repeats, I must be speaking clearer. Touch wood, my internet hasn't gone down yet. Listen, I will say this only once, is from which TV comedy? That was number 9. Don't make me do that one again. No one wants to hear my half-hearted impression. Good round. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. It was quite good fun to put together, actually, that one. We'll try and think of something new for everyone. Something a little bit different as well. Okay, so if there's no other repeats, I'll give you some answers then. 1 point for each correct answer. Make a note of your answers at the end of the round. So question number 1 then. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy is the catchphrase that he said when which famous puppet does magic tricks? It's Sooty. He doesn't say it himself because I don't think he can talk. So Sooty for the first question, first answer. Number 2, suit you, sir, is a catchphrase from which TV comedy program? It's The Fast Show. What was the catchphrase of Larry Grayson that was also used as the name of a television show he hosted? It was Shut That Door. Number 4, I don't believe it, was a phrase uttered in every episode of which British comedy? It was One Foot in the Grave. That was at his most funny when it appeared in Father Ted, in my opinion. Question number 5. I've started, so I'll finish, is the famous catchphrase on which TV quiz show? It's from Mastermind. Question number 6. Tonight, Matthew is a catchphrase from Stars in Their Eyes. Question number 7. Computer Says No is from Little Britain. Question number 8. What's your name and where do you come from? Was said on Blind Date. Question number 9. Listen, I will say this only once is from which TV comedy? It's from Hello Hello. And question number 10. Come on down is from The Price is Right. So, how did you do? I'm glad you enjoyed that one. So, like I said, I quite enjoyed that one. I'd have enjoyed participating if it had been the other way around as well. I'd have enjoyed that one. So let me know what you got. How many out of 10 did you get on that one? Did you like that round as well? Because I can do more of those. Because there's so many TV catchphrases for different shows. Sorry, there's not really that many for the little ones in that one. 9 out of 10. Excellent. And you enjoyed that one as well. Brilliant. 8 out of 10. Tom, that's brilliant. Well done. Hopefully got you all thinking 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 in all rounds so far. Excellent. 9 as well for Team Finch. Team Thompson got 9. So which one? Was there a really difficult one in there? I'm not sure I'd have struggled on What's Your Name, Where'd You Come From, because I think that could apply to so many things, but it was more commonly used in Blind Date. When she was introducing this, poor old Scylla was introducing the contestants. Excellent. So I'm pleased you enjoyed that one. So maybe I might try that one again. We'll try mixing it up, and maybe in a few weeks I might do that one again with different catchphrases. Yeah, I think the Blind Date one, Colin, would have got me as well, to be honest with you. I wanted to put, well, I didn't want to make it too obvious, because if I sort of put clues about you put X Factor. Number 10, you put Sale of the Century. Oh, bless. I didn't want to make the Blind Date one too easy, because I was going to put something along the lines of which Liverpudlian would say, you know, what's your name, where'd you come from? And I thought, well, everyone's going to get it if I put that. I don't know whether that would have made it easier or not. Just to have helped. I can't make it too easy for you. I've got to keep you on your toes. So 8, Team Padwick. Brilliant. Well done. So then the round number 4 is music. And as always, what I generally do is go through the music round. And I don't give you any answers until after the break. Suits you, sir. I believe it was just done by the suitors in the Fast Show. Paul Whitehouse was in the Fast Show, but Mark, whatever his name was, who plays that vicar, he wasn't in Harry Enfield, so I think it was a character just in the Fast Show. So we've got 10 general knowledge questions. And then the music bonus round tonight. There's only 5 of them. You can have 5 points for each one. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. So I'm going to do 10 general knowledge questions, and then I'll move straight on to the bonus round without giving you any answers. And then we'll have a very short break so people can go and get a nice cup of tea. I need some coffee as well, and go for a wee and whatever else you decide to do in your break. Really not up to me. And then we'll go through some answers for that one. It gives you a little bit of time, just have a little bit of think about it. Please don't Google it, obviously, because it just ruins the point, doesn't it? Defeats the object, really. So 10 questions then, straight through, and then I'll go on to the music round and I'll explain what that one is. So round 4 then is music, and question number 1. What is the stage name of the singer Stuart Leslie Goddard? What is the stage name of the singer Stuart Leslie Goddard? Mark Williams. That was the other guy. I've just thought of it. It was in the Fast Show. They played the 2 Suits You gentlemen in the Fast Show. This week, I have been mostly eating Tara Masalata. It was my favourite. So, number 1, what is the stage name of the singer Stuart Leslie Goddard? Question number 2. Which female artist had the best-selling album of 2016, Lemonade? See, Sue, I can't say out loud because mine will talk to me and it just starts going mad. So, number 2, which female artist had the best-selling album of 2016 called Lemonade? Take a guess if you don't know. To give you a little clue, she's American. Just in case people that don't know, we're going to put Adele. You've got more of a chance to get that right and get yourself a little point if you know that she's American. Question number 3. Which British musician is well known for the songs The Changing Man, I Walk on Gilded Splinters, and You Do Something to Me? Number 3, which British musician is well known for the songs The Changing Man, I Walk on Gilded Splinters, and You Do Something to Me? Question number 4. Which Beatles song contains the line, "When I was younger, so much younger than today"? Number 4. Which Beatles song contains the line, "When I was younger, so much younger than today"? I do so. They're wonderful. The main reason I use it is to remind me to check I've got something in the oven, check if it's cooked, because I've got a bit of a reputation of burning things. Accidentally, of course. Honestly, yeah. I burnt a pan the other day trying to boil an egg. Honestly, I'm not very good. So number 5. Which American rock band performed the song "Eye of the Tiger," best known for its association with the Rocky film franchise? You've got to Google. Which American rock band performed the song "Eye of the Tiger," best known for its association with the Rocky film franchise? That was question number 5. Take after you've prepared. Question number 6. Holly Johnson and Paul Rutherford fronted which 1980s pop group? Holly Johnson and Paul Rutherford fronted which 1980s pop group? I remember once, about 10 years ago, I was following a recipe from my laptop, and I'd put the wrong ring on the oven on my hob. I put my laptop down, and I was stirring a soup, wondering why it wasn't warming up. And I lifted my laptop up, and it was like, you know, when you pull a bit of pizza apart and all the mozzarella, it's like all stringy. It was like that, just with black plastic underneath it. So that was question number 6. Question number 7. For which group was Rumours their best-selling album? For which group was Rumours their best-selling album? Just like thinking this soup smells like plastic. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's not heating up. Oven's broke. No, I just put the wrong ring on. If it's me and Sally making it, it's a Victoria biscuit. Tried making a cake with 17-year-old out-of-date flour. So number 7, for which group was Rumours their best-selling album? Question number 8. Jack and Meg White make up which musical duo? Jack and Meg White make up which musical duo? Question number 9. Which American band had worldwide chart success with their single "Dance the Night Away" in 1998? Which American band had worldwide chart success with their single "Dance the Night Away" in 1998? That was question number 9. And the last question of this round before I move on to the bonus round. Question number 10. Jersey Boys charts the story of which 60s rock and roll band? Question number 10. Jersey Boys charts the story of which 60s rock and roll band? Does anybody need me to repeat any of those before I move on to the bonus round? Don't worry about the answers just yet. I'll go through them after the very short break. Number 3 and number 7. Number 3, which British musician is well known for the songs The Changing Man, I Walk on Gilded Splinters, and You Do Something to Me? And question 7, for which group was Rumours their best-selling album? Okay, so let's move on to the bonus round then. And at the end of the bonus round, we'll go and have a very short break just to give you all a little bit of time to go and make a drink. So tonight, I've done something a little bit different. I think it's either going to be really hard or really easy for people. And that's why I'll give you the answers after the break to give you a chance to have a think about it. So what I'm going to do, there's 5 questions on this one. Each question you get correct is worth 5 points. So because there's 5, there's 25 points available just in this bonus section alone. So it's a good chance to pick some points. So I'm going to give you the names of British bands, the members of British bands without their lead singer. So there's 5 bands, and I'm going to read you the remaining current singers, members of it, without mentioning their lead singer. So you'll hear names of the rest of the people in the band just without their lead singer. And this is done based on their current, or I would say their most popular lineup. They may be going still, they may not be, but hopefully you'll recognise some of the names and be able to put down what band they belong to. So there's 5 of these. I'm just going to give you the remaining people without the lead singer. So let's go for number 1. Hopefully a lot of people will get this one, but don't worry too much. It's only a bit of fun at the end of the day. So number 1 is Graham Coxon, Alex James, and Dave Rowntree. What band do they belong to? All they're missing is their lead singer. So number 1 is Graham Coxon, Alex James, and Dave Rowntree. If you don't know, just take a guess. These are all British bands, remember. They're all British, so just take a wild guess if you don't know the answer. So band number 2 then, Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, and Mike Joyce. Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, and Mike Joyce. There aren't any bonus points for naming the missing lead singer either, because the rounds are already worth 5 points, so I don't want to make it too complicated. Quite a nice round number at the end. Number 2 is Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, and Mike Joyce. Number 3 is John Hendy, Tony Mortimer, and Terry Caldwell. Number 3, John Hendy, Tony Mortimer, and Terry Caldwell. So you don't know, take a little guess. Number 4, Guy Berryman, John Buckland, and Will Champion. Number 4, Guy Berryman, John Buckland, and Will Champion. And the last one, number 5, there's only 2 members I'm going to read out, which could give you a clue. Sean Moore and Nicky Wire. Number 5 is Sean Moore and Nicky Wire. So I'm not asking you to name who is missing, just asking you to name what band they belong to. I'm going to put the same answer to all 4 questions. There's 5, so put the same answer to all 5 questions. If you don't know, just put B. So I'm going to run through this again really, really quickly, and then we'll go for a short break. So number 1, Graham Coxon, Alex James and Dave Rowntree. Number 2, Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke and Mike Joyce. Number 3, John Hendy, Tony Mortimer and Terry Caldwell. You're going to kick yourselves at some of these. Just take a guess. Number 4, Guy Berryman, John Buckland and World Champion. And number 5, Sean Moore and Nicky Wire. Okay. It's 1 minute past 8, so I think let's take a very short break. It's 2 minutes past 8, just changed as I was talking. So I'm going to go for a very quick break. Let's meet back up here at 8:15, and then I'll give you the answers to the music round, and then we'll go from there. So don't go anywhere. Don't close the app down. Don't close YouTube down. It's all I do, like I said, before I go on to break, is I just mute my microphone and I cover my camera up with a little piece of cardboard so that you can't see what I'm doing. Not that I'm up to anything. I just don't want you to see the whole time I'm letting the dog out. So let's meet back up here at 8:15, and I'll see you shortly. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully, everyone's returned and had a little drink or whatever else you was doing. I'm just going to give people another 30 seconds or so just to come back. And then I'll give you some answers. That's how a quiz works. I think, judging from people's feedback, the music bonus round, I think I'll scrap that next week and do something a little bit different. Some people might have really enjoyed it. I've not seen anyone yet that says they've really enjoyed it, but I'm just assuming that they have. Just say, hopefully some people will find it difficult. Not hopefully, some people will find it difficult, and some people will find it really easy. So, okay, excuse me. So, okay, well, it's 16 minutes past 8, so hopefully everyone's back in. I'm going to give you some answers. Let's go back ever so slightly to the start of the round, which was the general knowledge questions, and I'll give you some answers. Okay, so number 1, what is the stage name of the singer Stuart Leslie Goddard? It was Adam Ant. Thank you. I like that round too. All right, I might do it again. So Adam Ant is the stage name of Stuart Leslie Goddard. Question number 2, which female artist had the best-selling album of 2016 called Lemonade? It was Beyonce. Oh, good. I thought if I might start going down the Bev Bevan route, everyone will just automatically know I've put yellow. So Beyonce was the answer to number 2. Number 3, which British musician is well known for the songs The Changing Man, I Walk on Gilded Splinters, and You Do Something to Me? Is Paul Weller. Question number 4, sorry, my dog's just banged her head on the fire. Come here, you're right. I just heard a bang, sorry. You okay? It's just said a bang her head. So question number 4, which Beatles song contains the line, "When I was younger, so much younger from today"? Is Help. Question number 5, which American rock band performed the song Eye of the Tiger, best known for its association with the Rocky film franchise? It's Survivor. Question number 6. It is the music round, so she's a headbanger. Just see her there, just looking, wondering what to do next. Number 6, Holly Johnson and Paul Rutherford fronted which 1980s pop group? It is Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Question number 7, for which group was Rumours their best-selling album? It's Fleetwood Mac. Question number 8, Jack and Meg White make up the White Stripes. Number 9, which American band had worldwide chart success with their single Dance the Night Away? In 1998, it was the Mavericks. And number 10, Jersey Boys charts the story of which 60s rock and roll band? It's the Four Seasons. Okay, so music bonus round then. Hopefully, I think from the sounds of people have either got all of them or got none. So let's go through them anyway. So number 1, Graham Coxon, Alex James and Dave Rowntree are members of Blur. They're just missing Damon Albarn. Number 2, Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke and Mike Joyce are the Smiths, just missing Morrissey. Number 3, John Hendy, Tony Mortimer and Terry Caldwell are East 17, just missing Brian Harvey. He accidentally ran himself over once. Crazy. Number 4, Guy Berryman, John Buckland and Will Champion are members of Coldplay. They're just missing Chris Martin. And number 5, Sean Moore and Nicky Wire are in the Manic Street Preachers, just missing James Dean Bradfield. Sorry, it's a little bit of my influence. I have a Manic Street Preachers question in most of the quizzes. So for the music general questions, there is 1 point each for each correct answer. In the music bonus round, you can take 5 points if you got the correct band from where the lead singer was missing. So there's actually a total of 35 points. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 points in that one. So make a note of your score. And then 27 out of 35. Brilliant. Well done. Are you on 25 out of 35, Team Palmer? Or are you on 35 out of 35? 20 out of 25. Nice. Which I'm assuming then, so it's out of 35. So did you get 20 out of 35 there, Colin? 26. Well done. That's really good. 29 out of 35. That's 24. Very good. 25. 32 out of 35. Very impressed. Hi, Chrissy. I didn't realise you were here. Hello. 5. That's okay. I'll try and do something a little bit different next week. 29. Brilliant. Okay. So, next round then is the music round. No, it's not the music round. Just testing you. I've done the music round. So, the next round then is round 5 of 6, and it's food and drink. There's 10 questions all around food and drink, and then we'll do the answers for those, and then I'll move on to the last round, and I have got 10 lovely family fortunes questions for you, which are quite a lot of fun. Hopefully I've found you some nice fun questions to debate in your house. So round 5 then is food and drink. So number 1, what is the base spirit in a Tom Collins cocktail? Number 1, what is the base spirit in a Tom Collins cocktail? Question number 2, Stollen is a traditional sweetened bread from which country? Stollen is a traditional sweetened bread from which country? I could eat me some Stollen right now. Normally comes out at Christmas though, doesn't it? Oh, what's the Italian one? Panettone. Love me a bit of panettone. So Stollen is a traditional sweetened bread from which country? If you don't know, take a guess. You might get it right. You normally find it in places like Lidl, don't you, or Aldi. Nice bit of Stollen. Number 3, what flavour of jam would traditionally be in a Battenberg cake? What flavour of jam would traditionally be in a Battenberg cake? Oh, Battenberg as well now. Love that checkerboard. So what flavour of jam would traditionally be in a Battenberg cake? Number 4, what would you be given if you ordered a cortado in a cafe? Number 4, what would you be given if you ordered a cortado in a cafe? Cortado is spelled C-O-R-T-A-D-O. What would you be given if you ordered a cortado in a cafe? Question number 5. Which dish has fillet steak coated with pate and finely chopped mushrooms, which is then wrapped in puff pastry and baked? What dish has a fillet steak coated with pate and finely chopped mushrooms, which is then wrapped in puff pastry and baked? absolutely starving now. Talking about this food. Question number 6. By what more common name is the yam known? By what more common name is the yam known? I think it's probably more commonly known as a yam in America. What would we call it? So I'm just going to drink out of my vase. Like Brian Potter from Phoenix. It's nice he used to do that. Question number 7. What is a Bedfordshire clanger? What is a Bedfordshire clanger? You need to be fairly specific on this one. But the points are self-awarded, so I'll read the answer and then you can decide if you give yourself a nice little point. So what is a Bedfordshire clanger for number 7? Question number 8. A woo-woo is a cocktail of cranberry juice, peach schnapps, couldn't even say that word, and which other spirit? Number 8. A woo-woo is a cocktail of cranberry juice, peach schnapps, and which other spirit? If you don't know, just take a guess. Question number 9. Stargazy pie, where the pastry crust has fish heads poking through, thus appearing to be gazing skyward, is traditionally from which English county? Stargazy pie, where the pastry crust has fish heads protruding through, thus appearing to be gazing skyward, is traditionally from which English county? And question number 10, and the final question in the food and drink round. What sort of spirit is Armagnac? What sort of spirit is Armagnac? And that is spelled A-R-M-A-G-N-A-C, Armagnac. I think I've pronounced that correctly. So what sort of spirit is it for question 10? All right. Does anybody need to have me repeat anything? Could really do with a woo-woo right now, to be fair. Oh no, wee. I'm so alone. Okay, so spell the last one. So Armagnac is A-R-M-A-G-N-A-C. What sort of spirit is it? Okay. Just give you a moment just to fill in anything you might not have got the first time round. Excuse me. Okay. There's no other repeats, so let's go through some answers then. So, number one, what is the base spirit in a Tom Collins cocktail? It's gin. Number two, Stollen is a traditional sweetened bread which comes from Germany. Number three, what flavour of jam would traditionally be in a Battenberg cake? It would be apricot. Question number four, what would you be given if you ordered a cortado in a cafe? You'd be given an espresso coffee with milk. Question number five, which dish has fillet steak that's coated with pate and finely chopped mushrooms, which is then wrapped in puff pastry and baked? It's a beef Wellington. Question number six, the yam is more commonly known as sweet potato. Question seven, I did say you needed to be quite specific with this one. So a Bedfordshire clanger is a pasty of sorts, but it has a savoury filling at one end and a sweet filling at the other end. So if you put something along those lines, and give yourself a point. So it's a pasty with a savoury filling at one end and a sweet filling at the other. Number eight, a woo-woo is a cocktail of cranberry juice, peach schnapps, and vodka. It was on Bake Off. I think that's the first time I'd seen it was on Bake Off. I'd say I'd try it, but I have a history of melting laptops and burning boiled eggs, so it's probably not a good idea. So a woo has vodka in it. Number nine, stargazy pie, where the pastry crust has fish heads poking out through, thus appearing to be gazing skyward, is traditionally from Cornwall. And number 10, what sort of spirit is Armagnac? It's brandy. So how did you get on? Make a note of the answers you got correctly. Make a little note of them so you can add them all up at the end. I'm one of these people, sometimes I don't know whether everyone else does it, but when you're on Facebook or something and you scroll through your newsfeed and you see a food video coming up that normally involves cheese or something, and you're like, yeah, I've got cheese, yeah, I've got bread, yeah, I could do that. And actually, I never do. Just spend hours watching food videos, never making any of it. Some really good scores coming through. 7 out of 10, 8, 6, excellent, well done. 7 out of 10. Did everyone get the Bedfordshire clanger? 8, 6, very nice. It's all right. I only knew that one because I think I saw it on, like you, Chrissy, I saw it on Bake Off. So, so your knowledge is baking and E17. Brilliant. No, that's fine. You try and make one now. It's 7. Very nice. Well done, Team Finch. Brilliant. Out of 10, that's excellent. What I'll do at the end of the quiz, if anybody wants to send me some Stollen, then I'll be happy to give you my address. Or just food in general, really. Excellent. Okay. Brilliant. There's some really good scores on that one. I keep the food and drinking round in because people seem to score quite well on that one. And hopefully you'll enjoy that one anyway. So the family fortunes round then is round number 6. It's the final round of the quiz. I'll explain anybody because I've got a few new people that have joined this evening from a post I put out in our local group on Facebook. So for anyone that's joined me this evening, thank you very much, first of all, for joining. Really, it's nice to be able to spend my evenings doing the quiz with you guys. So the family fortunes round then is basically you write, I'm going to read your question like they're doing family fortunes, and then you would write one answer down to what you think the top answer of the survey was, and then I'll give you points based on what you wrote. So if you put down the top answer, if If I give you the top answer, you'll get 5 points. If your answer came second in the survey, you get 3 points. And if your answer came third in the survey, you get 1 point. I will explain that again when we actually come to the answers. So as an example, then, this is the example I always use for people that haven't played this before with me. An example would be if I said to you, could you name an animal you couldn't fit into a mini? Okay, so the top answer, write one answer down you think would be the top answer of the survey. So the top answer would be elephant. So if you wrote down elephant, you would take 5 points. The second most popular answer is giraffe, so you would take 3 points. And the third most popular answer on the survey is a blue whale, so you would take 1 point. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some. There's 10 of these. Like I said, I've cut round 7 out to extend these ones slightly, because we were starting to get sort of towards the 2-hour mark with the quiz. So I thought I'd try and shorten it a little bit, and you can go and enjoy the rest of your evening in the garden, maybe, if you have one. So I'm going to give you 10 of these, and I just want you to write one answer down, and then I'll give you some points at the end of the round based on what you wrote down. So number 1 then, name something that a man shouldn't take on his honeymoon. Name something that a man shouldn't take on his honeymoon. So just one answer needed for these questions. Sometimes it's best just to put the first thing that comes into your head, because you might be right. It might be the most obvious one that's correct. Doing these quizzes, that's proven that's not true, but hi, Alex. And these are all genuine questions from Family Fortunes, or the American version, which is Family Feud. So they're all genuine questions and answers from the surveys. So number 1 was name something that a man shouldn't take on his honeymoon. Number 2, name a vegetable that is not green. Name a vegetable that is not green. Steve Harvey is hilarious. I could watch little videos on Facebook of him all day. He's brilliant. So number 2 was name a vegetable that is not green. Best not to overthink these ones too much. Just put perhaps what you thought the top answer of the survey said. Number 3, name something you polish. Name something that you polish. Number 4, name a place you might be told to be quiet. Name a place you might be told to be quiet. Number 5, no answers in the chat box for this one, please. Just be careful. Number 5, name something you shake before using. Name something you shake before using. So number 5, name something you shake before using. Number 6, name something you smell before you buy it. Name something that you would smell before you buy it. Number 7, name a place people find it irritating when others are using a mobile phone. Name a place that people find it irritating when others are using a mobile phone. So number 7, name a place people find it irritating when others use a mobile phone. Number 8, name a type of paper you wouldn't use to write on. Name a type of paper you wouldn't use to write on. Number 9, name something you wouldn't want to hear right before major surgery. Name something you wouldn't want to hear right before having major surgery. So you're in the operating theatre, about to have major surgery. Name something you would not want to hear. Excuse me. And number 10, and the final question in this round. Number 10, name a ball that cannot be used in sport. Name a ball that cannot be used in sport. All right. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes because that's a little bit of a thinker. But do let me know in the chat box or message me or drop a little message onto the Facebook page if you need anything repeating, and I'll try and pick it up. I like these ones because I think there's not really a particularly right or wrong. Well, there is a right answer, I suppose, but only from what the survey gave. But hopefully it gives everybody an opportunity to say what they think the answer could be. No matter what interests you've got, what quiz categories you're really good at or not so good at, hopefully this includes everybody. And I love doing these, I really do. Some of the questions are so funny. Okay, does anyone need any repeats before I go into the answers? Just keep an eye on how many points you get, depending on what position your answer came in. So I'll go through some answers then. So, number 1, name something that a man shouldn't take on his honeymoon. The top answer was another woman. So you can have 5 points if you put another woman, his girlfriend, something like that. So somebody actually put his girlfriend in the chat box. That's why I didn't read it out, because it's the top answer. If you wrote down mobile phone, take 3 points. And for 1 point, if you wrote his parents. So something a man shouldn't take on his honeymoon. The top answer was another woman. The second most popular answer was his mobile phone. And the third most popular answer was his parents. So 5, 3 and 1 point respectively. All right. Number 2, name a carrot. Well, that's the top answer. Name a vegetable that is not green. The top answer was carrot. Give yourself 5 points. 5 whole points. It's true. If you put carrot. If you put sweet corn, take 3 points. And if you put potato, you can take a nice little point. All right. So top answer on that one was carrot, followed by sweet corn, and then potato. Number 3, name something that you polish. The top answer for 5 points if you wrote down furniture. The second most popular answer for 3 points was shoes. And the third most popular answer for 1 point was car. So name something you polish. Top answer was furniture, then shoes, and then car. Number 4, name a place you might be told to be quiet. Well, the top answer, I think, is fairly obvious. And the top answer is library. 5 points if you put library. Take 3 points if you put cinema. And take 1 point if you put hospital. Number 5, I dread to think of some of the answers for this one, but name something you shake before using. The top answer for 5 points is dice. The second most popular answer. This is a little bit, I would say, I'm going to go for sauce. I'm going to say sauce bottle for 3 points. The second most popular answer was actually ketchup, but I think you do the same if you've got mayonnaise or salad cream or something like that. So if you've put sauce bottle or some sort of sauce, give yourself 3 points. And the third most popular answer for 1 point was nail varnish, which is probably something possibly only women would know. Or those that use nail varnish. Could be anybody. Number 6, name something you smell before you buy it. Top answer for 5 points was perfume, because you're going to smell that before you spend money, aren't you? The second most popular answer for 3 points was soap. Happy if you put anything like soap, shower gel, bubble bath, something like that. And the third most popular answer for 1 point is a candle. So you would smell a candle before you buy it. So number 7, name a place people find it irritating when others are using a mobile phone. For 5 points if you put your answer as cinema. Take 3 points if you put your answer, which was the second most popular answer, which was church. And the third most popular answer for 1 point was a restaurant. I think there's going to be a real mixture of it's fine. What's an answer? Girlfriend was an answer. So number 8, it's going to be some real interesting answers for this one, I think. So name a type of paper you wouldn't use to write on. So hopefully most people would have put down their top answer for 5 points as being toilet paper. For 3 points, the second most popular answer was wallpaper. And the third most popular answer for 1 point was sandpaper. So take 5 points for toilet paper, 3 points if you put wallpaper, and 1 point if you put sandpaper. Question number 9, name something you wouldn't want to hear right before major surgery. The top answer for 5 points is oops. So if you put something like oops or whoops, take 5 points. The second most popular answer for 3 points is it's my first day. And the third most popular answer for 1 point is this normal. They are definitely 3 things you would not want to hear just before going for major surgery. So oops, it's my first day, and is this normal? And so the final question in that round then, and final question of the quiz. Name a ball that cannot be used in sports. For 5 points, the top answer was cannonball. For 3 points, the second most popular answer was snowball. And the third most popular answer for 1 point is eyeball. So there is a total I believe, a possible total of 50 points. A maximum of 50 points available in that round. $36 out of 50. That's excellent. I'd be interested to hear some of your answers to, I probably shouldn't be asking this, but name something before you shake it and a type of paper you wouldn't normally write on. Because once you get thinking about it, there's a lot of types of paper. So, 40. Excellent. 30 out of 50. Nice. So overall then, if you make a note of your answers, or make a note of your scores, I should say, there's a total of 130 points. It's a family-friendly quiz. I'm not allowed to say that word out loud, but that is really funny. 94 in total. Excellent. 29 out of 50. Very nice. So there's a total of 130 points available. So go back, add up your scores from all the other rounds that we've done. 103 out of 130. That's brilliant. You kept yourself a little bit quiet there as well. I'm pleased you're here. So 90 out of 130. Very nice. I'm assuming you're reinstating whatever child you used for the kids round for next week. 92, Team Finch, 87. Very nice. Team Newman out of 130. You're not reinstating the child. She's barred. Excellent. People still adding them up. So your total out of 130. Some really, really good scores coming in. 73 is absolutely fine. I love the little rolling eyes emoji you've sent, but 73 is absolutely fine. It's over half. 95, Colin. And Team Padwick, 68. 87. I'm going to work conference for the first 3 rounds. 68. That's fine. There's no wooden spoons here. There's only love. Did get the Harry Potter question right. Did she help with any of the others though? Because hopefully if she helped you with some of the other questions, then she may have redeemed herself. There's so many terms in Harry Potter and words. It's difficult to remember what they all mean. Actually, yeah, I'll just get yourself another child to help you. Okay, well, we've come to the end of another quiz. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I've really enjoyed writing them. I really like doing the family fortunes ones because I think I like to think that you're all sitting there kind of having a bit of a debate about which answer to put as the top answer because you're only allowed to put one. So I'll carry on with those if everyone's happy for me to until we kind of run out of questions really. I'll try and step up the music questions as well. Hopefully try and think of some different categories to appeal to everyone. So I'm really pleased. You're very welcome. I'm so pleased that you were able to join me and that I get to spend another evening in your company. So it's really, really good. So hope you enjoyed your spaghetti and meatballs. I'm very jealous. I'm absolutely starving after that food and drink round. So see you next week. Thank you very much for your time and take care of yourselves and stay safe. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.